Yes, so we'll start with these words. Most of these words are related to weather, and that too related to the to snow. Okay, so the first word is blizzard. Blizzard means a major snowstorm. Okay, like we have rain and storm, this is a snowstorm with strong winds. And one example is the airplane couldn't take off because of the blizzard. So look at the picture, and it really seems like a horrible snowstorm. Okay, so this is a blizzard. Flurries, on the contrary, is a very light snowfall. Okay, something that you see in the movies. Okay, especially at the beginning of Christmas. That is when you have the flurries. In the movies, I'm talking about flurries can be any time of the year. So there, the sentences. There are a few flurries, but the snow isn't sticking to the roads. The next one is ablation. Now, children, ablation means when the snow or the ice, it starts melting, evaporating at the same time, and carving. This is a term that you will probably, come across in geography, in physical geography, and you may have already studied it also. Okay. So the sentence is, the searches were delayed until June when snow ablation was 90% complete. Okay. So this is ablation. You can see all this melting snow here. Okay. This is a result of ablation. Okay. Now the next word is muggy, and this word is used to describe a particular kind of weather. A weather that is warm and extremely humid, like how it must be in Mumbai right now, or in Kolkata, or in Chennai. Okay, excuse me. So this is the kind of weather they must be experiencing. The sentence is, when the weather is muggy, it is unpleasantly warm and the air contains a lot of moisture and it's very unpleasant. The air is kind of still. The air is not, there is no soft breeze blowing. There is no relief, okay, from the constant sweating. So this can be, very draining, and you can be, um, feeling a lot of, you can be lethargic, and feeling loss of energy. Okay, when the weather is muggy. The next word is related to weather in a way that, um, when you get used to a weather, or when you intentionally want to get used to a weather, that is called acclimatization. Now this is the actual poster of a trekking trip, where from worldwide trekking. And uh, whenever the mountaineers, they are about to start um, going up into the mountains, when they reach the base camp or any particular place that has been designated as the base camp, they stop there for a while, and then they let their body to get accustomed to the climate. And getting accustomed to the climate is called as acclimatization. Okay, so it's a process by which an organism adapts to climatic changes in the environment. Like, the huskies, they have now been acclimatized to live in India, to survive in the hot weather of India. Earlier, long time ago, the huskies were brought to India, but they could not survive unless they were kept in an air conditioned room in the during the summers. But now it's not so. So the sentence is, when you go up into the mountains, allow yourself a little time for your lungs to acclimate to the high elevation, the high altitude. Now we have to use these words in our sentences. You can start, you can write down your sentences, whatever word that you feel you have understood properly, and you can frame a sentence using that word. And we'll start with the idiom section. So these are the idioms that we will be doing, children. Anyone knows any of these idioms? I don't want you to use it in a sentence right now, but if you know, if you can guess the meaning, you can raise your hand and I'll let you answer. Okay. Yes, Pratham. Yes, Pratham, I have unmuted you, beta. Hello, I can't hear you, Pratham. Purusharth, you can answer. Disha. Yes, Disha. All right. Some problem there. I wasn't able to hear these children. All right. So we'll move on. So as right as rain, see the meaning is given over here. Okay, and the sentence. As right as rain means to feel fine and healthy. The usage is as follows. Don't worry about me. I'm as right as rain after my knee operation. Okay. So right as rain means in the pink, well, blooming, strong, vigorous, robust, fit, right, sturdy. So this is the meaning of as right as rain. Now, as right as rain is only and only used to talk about health and nothing else. Okay. It doesn't talk about your conditions, the situations, conducive situation. No, it only talks about, you can only use as right as rain to talk about your health condition. Next is to be snowed under. What does this mean, children? To be snowed under means like how this guy is snowed under, but then he's working. So remember this image, okay? To be snowed under means to be overburdened with work. So the sentence is, I'm snowed under at work right now because two of my colleagues are on holiday. Okay. This is snowed under when you are burdened with work. Okay. So when you're using snowed under, you can only use it to say that you're burdened with work. You cannot use it to talk about complaints, when there are a lot of complaints coming in. No, it can be for nothing else but only for work. So right now I'm snowed under at work because I have a lot of work at home, plus I have to prepare for the classes and so on. So right now I am actually snowed under. Okay, that's a realistic sentence. Another one. It never rains but it pours. It never rains but it pours means when things go wrong, other bad things happen too. Now, it's like the Hindi idiom. मुसीबत कभी अकेली नहीं आती है. Like when you are in trouble, you will see that you're surrounded by trouble, you know, from all sides. Now this picture, somehow I couldn't get the entire picture here. This is, you know, the fin of a shark. So this man, poor man, is without oars. You see, there are no oars on his boat. It is raining. There are sharks surrounding his boat. Okay, and as if this wasn't enough, one bird comes and, you know, drops something on his head. So for him, it never rains, but it pours. So the sentence is, first he lost his keys to the house, then his wallet, and then his car broke down. It's true that it never rains, but it pours. Now, children, sometimes, most of the times, you know, when you're using these idioms in your sentences, you sometimes have to frame two sentences to use it. Like in the first sentence, you give the situation. In the second sentence, you give the idiom. That is absolutely fine, right? When you have to frame sentences and it is an idiom, it is expected, okay, that the child will be framing two sentences to show that he or she knows the meaning. So the way the sentence is framed, you can frame the sentences in a similar way. Now to take a rain check. Now to take a rain check does not mean to go out and see whether it's going to rain or not. Okay. That is, you know, taking a rain check literally. But we are talking, when we talk about idioms, when we are using idioms, we are using these words idiomatically, not in a literal sense at all. So to take a rain check is exclusively used when somebody is inviting you to something, you know, a seminar, a meeting, a seminar, or um, a party, or any kind of gathering where your presence is not mandatory. Okay, like in an official meeting, you cannot say, "Let me take a rain check." Can I take a rain check? No. Okay, there your presence is mandatory. But yes, for somebody's birthday party, okay, like this boy is giving and extending an invitation to this girl and she says maybe next time, okay, that means she is declining the invitation right now, but she says that I can do it later. That is called taking a rain check. Decline something now but offer to do it at a later date. So when you decline right now but you offer that next time I'll definitely be there, okay, that is taking a rain check. And this is a sentence: thanks for inviting me to dinner, but I can't this week. Can I take a rain check on that? A rain check on that means whenever you invite me next, I am definitely going to come, okay, but I'm excusing myself this time. Okay, so this is how you use this word. Now, under the weather was easy, and I was expecting you all to answer it right in the beginning when I asked you if you know the meaning. So, under the weather, not feeling well, and the sentence is also easy. Paul isn't coming with us because he feels a little under the weather. So, remember this picture. The weather is right there. Okay, that means, you know, the clouds, the lightning, all that is there right on his head. He is under it and he has got a thermometer in his mouth telling us that he is not well. So you remember some things, you know, the pictures associated with some words or the pictures associated with some idioms. What happens is you remember the picture till the time you have internalized it. Okay, you have understood the word, that you know you don't need the help of the picture to um, to remember the meaning. Okay, now let's try using these idioms in our sentences. You will raise your hands, children, and I'm going to unmute you, and you can share the sentences with me, with everyone in fact. And we have one more segment coming up after this, but first let us do the sentence framing, okay, before you forget. And then we are going to, one second, I'll put all the idioms right here before you so that you find it easy to answer. And then we are going to come to the next section of the next segment of the class. Yes, children, you'll have to raise your hands, children. Purusharth. Yes, Purusharth, I've unmuted you.
Not yet, not yet.
Harsh Bhatia. Harsh, beta,
Hello.
can you answer? Which one would you like to answer?
Ma'am, good afternoon. Ma'am, I'm not able to see the screen from the first idiom when you started.
Okay, so you can answer any one of these, not just the first one. Anyone.
No, ma'am, I have not seen actually in the first idiom the screen which you have shared.
Okay, okay. Abir. Abir, can you answer?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
Good
beta. Yes, now it's good afternoon. Doesn't matter. That's not important. Let's have the answer, beta.
Mothers act like they are.
No.
Yes, child. Abir, you can answer. Yes, Shriman, you can answer.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, beta.
Ma'am, I want to answer on the idiom under the weather.
Yes, beta.
And my friends asked me to come to a picnic with them. I refused and told them that I was under the weather with them.
That I was feeling under the weather. Very good. Correct. Right, Shriman. Yes, Charvi.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, beta. Where were you yesterday?
Ma'am, yesterday I'm so sorry, ma'am. After lunch, I slept because I was feeling sleepy.
Okay. Okay. So yesterday I looked
I'm
for
so
your
sorry.
name here. No problem. Because
I watched the video.
okay.
Ma'am, I will take this idiom as right as rain.
Okay. Great.
So the doctor said that he will be as white as rain in a day or two.
Okay. Good. The doctor, we can make it more clear. We can say the doctor treating my uncle said that he would be as light as rain in a day or two. है ना?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. है ना? All right. Okay, Kavyansh. Yes, beta. Good afternoon, beta.
Ma'am, I am taking this idiom taker and check.
Yes, take a range. Good.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, beta. I can
They
hear you.
wanted me to came along for the ride, but they wanted me to came along for the ride, but I took a rain check.
Okay, they wanted me to come along for the ride, but I took a rain check. And then you can give a reason to complete, as I had a
But I took
football
a
match.
rain check.
है ना? But I took a rain check as I had a football match. Okay, all right. Uh,
Yes.
Now we come to the tip of the day, and that is pronunciation related to this word. Who is doing this? Please stop it. Yes, how do we pronounce the word colleague? So it is pronounced in this way, colleague. Okay, it's not colleague as many of us hear some people pronouncing it. So it's not colleagues, it's colleague. Okay, all right. And now the quotation, as we are going through a supposedly, a bad time and a new kind of challenge, this quotation by G.B. Shaw is going to help us. A lifetime of happiness, no man alive could bear it. It would be hell on earth. That means life should be full of, you know, everything in the right measure. Happiness as well as sorrows as well as challenges. Only victories, only happiness is not going to make life interesting. Life is only interesting because it has everything in it in the right portion. Okay, so this is with on this note, I end the class, children, and I hope that you all will remain, safe, and everyone in the family is going to be happy, and you know you're all going to have a nice time during these holidays and also going to study. I'll be uploading the worksheet for today and another work and another holiday homework also, you know in a day or two. I think by today or tomorrow I'll do things. And have a nice time, children. And I had a nice time interacting with you, teaching you through this new way of teaching, and I hope that you also liked it. Do you have anything to say? You can just raise your hands quickly and we can have a nice last word before we leave. It's almost time now. If you want to say something, I can. All right, Charvi. Yes, beta.
Ma'am, ma'am, I just want to meet you.
Yes, I want to meet you as well. What do we do now? Okay, so I think we'll have to do without meeting, but thanks to technology, we can at least hear each other's voices, and I can teach you like I used to teach you all in the class, and we can still interact and call each other up, and at least know that everyone is, healthy and safe. Hannah?
Ma'am, but there's a positive news because in like in Britain, the Oxford, they have already made the vaccine and they are doing the trials on animals, and they are on the, like, I heard this news. So
Okay, okay. That is great, great. Let's see, it will take, it takes time. Vaccines take time, to come to the stage where they can be safely, used on human beings. So let's hope that happens soon. Okay, great. It was nice having you all here
yes,
with me,
ma'am.
children. Anna, and thank you so much for interacting and making the class so interesting. Thank you, children. And if you have any problems, if you want to talk, if there's anything, you can, call me anytime. And though we may be discontinuing the classes, but we are thinking of you all the time, and we are always there for you, children. So anything that you want to talk about, you just want to discuss something related to studies or related to the situation, or just want to bear your hearts, we are always there. All right, children. So, bye, children. Have a nice time. Be good. Okay. Okay. Bye, children.